no one right answer to this. And I know in some companies you'll have a maintenance engineer, some people you have a reliability engineer, some you'll have both, and you'll call a reliability engineer that does maintenance work. So there's a lot of crossover there, you know?
Yeah, I think I have a different point of view here. Maintenance engineer is different than the reliability engineer totally. How can I justify this? We'll take it to the fundamental things. What is the definition of reliability? Because reliability engineer is, from the name, is responsible about the reliability of the asset. So what is the definition of reliability? Reliability is a probability that the asset will perform the required function for under stated condition for a specific period of time, right? So reliability engineer should be familiar of the probability because this is a definition. You should be able to understand the data, doing analysis to the data, doing the statistics, understanding the reliability pattern, the failure pattern of the assets. This is the quality of the reliability engineer. If the reliability engineer has no experience of the understanding the data, doing analysis of the data, doing the statistics, especially in this era, I think the last 2 days we have heard a lot about the digital transformation, about the importance of the data. So it's all about the data, and this is where the role of the reliability engineer comes. Then, this is from a reliability engineer perspective. What about the maintenance engineer? The maintenance engineer is related to the maintainability of the assets. Then, what is the maintainability of the asset? From a definition perspective, it is a probability that you can return this asset back to the service within a specific period of time. So if your maintenance engineer is able to return this asset back to the service within the specific period of time, which is the time that is specified in your CMMS or specified based on any standard, then you have a successful maintenance engineer. But there are totally different, and I have been through this many years before. I struggled a lot with this question. When I decided 20 years back to be a reliability engineer, I was looking in the market for a reliability position. And within every interview, I found that the questions is more related to the maintenance engineer rather than the reliability engineer. Then I decided, let's go to a body of knowledge that determine what is the reliability engineer is. And in 2007, 2008, the available body of knowledge was the CRE from ASCQ, the Certified Reliability Engineer. So I enrolled in this. I got Certified Reliability Engineer in 2009. But guess what? What is the body of knowledge of the CRE at that time? First part was reliability testing, or first is reliability in design of the equipment. So reliability engineers should be aware of how the equipment is designed, whether this design is reliable or not, so he can support the decision at the beginning when you decide to take this equipment or that equipment. This is where the reliability engineer should be involved. Then reliability in testing. This is the second pillar of this body of knowledge. So your reliability engineer should fly to the manufacturing plant and attend the FAT, or the factory acceptance test of the equipment. So he should understand the basics of the reliability testing, right? The third quality of reliability engineer here is reliability in maintenance, reliability and availability and maintainability part, which is what we know now, that is the common part of the reliability engineer, which we can differentiate in two tracks. The first track is the failure elimination track, because reliability is a strategic job. Failure elimination track, reliability engineer needs every day to do the bad actor analysis, identify which equipment is the bad performing equipment, what is the most dominant failure mode, start trending the failure pattern of the equipment, and then issue some recommendation to enhance the current maintenance program, or issue some recommendation for training or redesign of the asset. This is the main things of the reliability engineer as a quality or the body of knowledge that should the reliability engineer have. So reliability engineer should be responsible from the initial asset life phase of the asset, starting from when do you decide the vendor, you decide the manufacturer of the asset, then till when you decide this is the end life of asset, we need to do life assessment of end of life assessment of the asset, and then we need to take the decision. The full cycle is for the reliability engineer. Maintenance engineer involved during the O&M phase. So both are two different, and this is I need to stress a lot here.
No, I think that that you've brought another context to this, and maybe if I'm to summarize, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, if we take on the concept of effectiveness and efficiency, to be effective at something, you want to meet your goal. Goal is to be available. So the reliability engineer will impact the effectiveness of that goal. Whereas a maintenance engineer is more associated with the efficiency of work execution. If you do it in the right way, if it can be done at with the optimal cost, with the minimum amount of time. Is that similar to what you're saying?
Not really, because again, the maintenance engineer also is responsible about the efficiency and effectiveness of what he's doing, because this is part of his KPI, and I think this is everywhere. But the reliability engineer is not responsible about the efficiency and effectiveness of the maintenance work done, because there is currently some organization, they have the maintenance quality control department. And this is sometimes they give it responsibility to the maintenance engineer to look at the quality of the maintenance work. This is not the function of the reliability engineer. Reliability engineer should look at all the data around the assets, what data he received, and also the repeated or the chronic failure, because the maintenance engineer does not have the time to do the analysis. His time is tied to different activity. The reliability engineer has the knowledge of statistics, understanding the data, so he can grab the data from the CMMS, start doing analysis, grab the data from whatever the digital solutions we have a holistic overview picture of all the data around the asset, from the operator round, from the substation data, from the CMMS data, all the data from the operation data. This is the responsibility of the reliability engineer. Then you qualify, or you'll say, okay, you evaluate the performance of your reliability engineer based on how many repeated failures you have in the plant, because he didn't find the solution of this repeated failure.
Yeah, so
correct?
Looking at from a more strategic standpoint.
The evaluation criteria is different.
Understood.